travelers, welcome back. Are you curious to know how diplomats live? Well, in this video, we're going to be exploring how diplomats live. I'm going to be showing you my cozy house tour, as well as giving you information about what it's like to live in the Foreign Service. All right, travelers, are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome to the entryway of our apartment. This is not State Department housing. This is an apartment that me and my husband are renting out. And the way that we found our apartment, through the internet and whatnot, is similar to how you find housing in the Foreign Service. Let me tell you how housing works in the Foreign Service. So before you get to post, you will receive a survey. And in the survey, you'll have questions like how many people are in your family? Do you have any pets? Do you prefer to live in an apartment or a house? Those kind of questions. You fill out the survey, and then it goes to like the housing board, the management section. They decide on based on what you put in the survey and the availability of housing in the housing pool, and they take those two things and they match them together, and then you get your house. And so that's basically how housing works in the Foreign Service. Now here we are in the entryway. As I mentioned, one thing about making a house cozy that I like for an entryway is to have like a nice table. This table is both practical and nice. I got it from my mom's basement, so it's free, but we don't really have a whole lot of lighting, so I love candles. It makes a nice house cozy, and it's good for storage. And so if you want to put your keys or anything like that, mail, this is what the entryway table is for. All right, let's check out the rest of the house. So this is a continuation of the entryway of our housing. We want to create a welcoming vibe for our guests and for ourselves because we want to live in a cozy environment. So one cool thing that I love about our entryway is that we have these offset shelving. But more importantly, I want to bring your attention to what exactly is on the shelf. So we have this lamp here. It provides cozy, warm lighting. I am a sucker for warm lighting, ambient lighting. Also, we have, I and my husband, we are old souls, so we have music on here. We have records from back in the day, including from Michael Jackson. And we also have things from all over the world. And that is a key factor or a key influence of living this diplomatic lifestyle. For example, we have artifacts from the Amazon, from Morocco, from the Bahamas. We have this globe. We had our wedding guests actually sign this globe at our wedding. And so it's kind of cool when they come over. Next is our gallery wall, and we have African art here. And so we have pictures from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Senegal, and from Brazil. All of these are from our travels overseas. But most importantly, the things that are on the shelf and our wall, they are conversation pieces, which are super crucial for being a diplomat in this diplomatic lifestyle, because you want people to be able to talk and converse, and that's essentially a part of being a diplomat. All right, now let's head off to the living room. So welcome to the living room. This is one of my most favorite places of the house. It's where my husband and I, we spend the most time. And when guests come over, we all tend to congregate here and have really good conversations. So as a diplomat, the living room, having a cozy living room is really important. I'm sitting here right now on our L-shaped couch. I really love this couch. My mother got us this couch for me and my husband, so it's free. The reason why I love it is because I'm able to watch TV at night and relax. But this couch is really nice, and you will get furnishings in the Foreign Service, such as a couch. It won't be as nice as this. You'll get a coffee table, you'll get a kitchen table, a refrigerator, bookshelf, is the basics in order to survive. Another interesting thing about the Foreign Service is that when you arrive, you get what is called a welcome kit. And a welcome kit will also have blankets, it'll have like a TV, it'll have utensils, but those things you have to give back. But your basic main things like a couch, that's usually provided for. Welcome to our kitchen. This is the cultural hub of the house. The kitchen in the Foreign Service, sometimes they're about this size and sometimes they are twice the size. Sometimes they're really, really big. As I mentioned before, the kitchens, they usually come with the basic things such as you'll get a stove, a microwave, all your essentials so that you can cook. But one thing that people don't know about the Foreign Service is that in the diplomatic lifestyle, many times we have help overseas, and so there'll be people that will help come and cook and clean in the house. And in Rio de Janeiro, and specifically, we had a lady come over and she helped us cook, and she taught us how to make local dishes such as feijão. And so it was a cool cultural experience that helped us hone our cooking skills and our language skills. So here we are in our dining room area. I love this area because we can have conversations over meal, and that also is a key part of a diplomatic lifestyle, is to be able to talk over meals. That's where people come together. Here we have a great steel, this wood table and 4 chairs. This was about $200. It was a really great deal, and I love wood, and it fits like a traditional aesthetic with my cozy vibe. Here we have a breakfast buffet. This is really good for hosting. Here we usually put like a charcuterie board, or we put drinks, and guests can help themselves to different meals. But I want to draw your attention to this right here. This is our water filter. This is something that we have borrowed from our diplomatic lifestyle. Overseas in the houses that I've lived in, there's always a water filter because we can't drink the tap water. And so usually a diplomatic family will get a couple of jugs and they'll get a water filter, and this is how they drink water. So we brought one here back to the US. This is our office space. As a diplomat, sometimes you have to be on alert 24 hours a day. And this was the case for me when I was working from home during the pandemic. And sometimes you're called on a task force where you have to work at all hours of the night. In this space, this is where I shoot Hey Miss Traveler. I have pictures from all of the places that I lived in: Hanoi, Chennai, Madrid, among many others. I love that this office space, it provides a cozy vibe. I have my candles here, a globe, and it reminds me of the places I've been around the world. This is our bedroom, and this is where I come to relax and recover at the end of a long day. As a diplomat, it is important to take care of yourself. In the Foreign Service, you can expect to have a master bedroom with usually a bathroom attached. Now this is a king-size bed. In the Foreign Service, usually the beds are queen size. And also, depending on your family's needs, you may get a twin-size bed or two. Also, you should expect in the Foreign Service that your housing depends on your family size. For example, when it was me and then me and my husband, we usually had an apartment of 3 bedrooms and 4 to 5 bathrooms. This is what you should expect in the Foreign Service.